usually start these things by asking you about your starting pitcher, but can I ask you about your starting left fielder and just how cool it is to have a guy like that be able to impact the game the way he did with his glove?
Yeah, I mean, Kwani is obviously one of our best hitters, but what he did tonight defensively, I mean, he stopped the game. He made some incredible plays, and even just the threat of his arm kept them from, sending Lee there in the ninth. So what Kwani brings to the table is it's consistency every single day, defense and offense.
What does it say to you that when I asked him about his plays, the first thing he brought up was JT?
Yeah, because that's who our players are. Our players, they care about each other. They know the coaches work extremely hard, but it's about the players. It's about Kwani going out and doing it, but that's really cool. I mean, JT McGuire has done such a phenomenal job with our outfielders, base runners, and that's great that Kwani gave him the kudos.
What did you think of Slade?
I thought Slade was pretty good. A little bit of command issues early, kind of yanking the ball going across his body, but he didn't have his best stuff tonight, but he battled, and really the slider was pretty good tonight. Curveball was hit or miss, and the fastball velo was fluctuating quite a bit, and that's just a product of when your delivery's a little bit off. But for him to give us 5 there and keep us in the game, I thought did your job and give it to the bullpen.
For fans that sit at home maybe and look at pitch counts, I think he's stayed under 85 last 2. Is that more of what you're reading, what you're seeing more than anything else?
Yeah, again, Slade has the ability to throw more pitches. When it was tied, we were third time through the order, we were getting to the middle, and I thought that was a perfect spot for Festa to come in and bridge it, and the bullpen was phenomenal. But Slade threw well. He's helping us. He's helping us win games, and he's just going to keep getting better.
What did you see from those guys, Gaddis and Class A late? Like they get a couple of guys on, but they locked it in.
Yeah, they're not going to be perfect. There's not very many times they're going to go out and get 3 up, 3 down, and it's not easy to go 1+ the way Cade and Gabby both did tonight. They go sit, and it's cold here, but they kept themselves ready, and these guys throw a lot, and they throw high pressure. Every time they pitch, it's high pressure. It's so for them to get it done, but Class A just continues to just be incredible. He's going to give up a few hits here and there, but for him to bear down and get the save right there was huge.
Gabby's going opposite field like that. I mean, that's the deepest part of this park, isn't it? Like, what does that say about him?
Gabby's opposite field power there may not be anybody with better opposite field power, and it's just nice to see him get some results. He's been working and playing an incredible shortstop, and so for him to get a couple of results, that had to feel good to get that one, and crush the next one, just hit it into the San Francisco night.
I was going to say, just all the hard work he's putting in. Do you think getting the bats daily, what do you think is really helping him? Because he had some bad swings prior to those 2.
Gabby's just such a different player this year. He's a different person. He's a dad now. He's a lot of things have changed in a good way for Gabby, and like I said, the Gold Glove caliber defense he's been playing for us, no matter what position in the infield, and he's got the ability to drive the ball to the yard. So he's not getting too high, he's not getting too low. We're seeing the best version of Gabby as far as the person, and I couldn't be more proud of him.
Last thing, I know I asked you about Juan. You grew up here coming to this park. He told me where he sat. Like, just how cool is that to have,
Yeah, I mean, we all, no matter who you are, we work in this game because we love baseball. And we were all little kids at one point that watched people do it on TV and dreamed of, like every kid dreams of playing in the big leagues. And when you get to go to the field where you rooted for your team, there's something special about it. And you get to be a 3-year-old kid and love baseball again. And so it's the same thing for me every time I come back here.
Thanks, Cody. We talked so much about you going through the lineup a couple times. Just early on, they get a run in the first. What settled you in the second?
Leaned on the slider. Slider felt really good. We were executing it well. It felt pretty sharp today. So being able to lean on that pitch when some of my other stuff wasn't there quite yet was nice.
How much, all this hoopla about Devers, good for them, but how much does it keep you? Like, because you hear it, you're a part of it. How much does it keep you in your game knowing it's a big day for them?
I mean, anytime you face a guy like that in a lineup, it raises eyebrows. You put a little extra focus and emphasis on how you're going to get him out, and he's a really good player, great guy.
It looked like you were maybe a little disappointed giving up the 2-out run in the first inning there when he came off.
Yeah, I was disappointed in myself for walking the leadoff hitter more than anything, because stats show when you walk the leadoff hitter, especially a guy as fast as him, that it's going to find a way to bite you, and it did. So, I settled in after that, but it was more just a little disappointment with the process of allowing myself to let him get on base uncompetitively.
How big is it just to win a game here? The team's been struggling a little bit. You get swept in Seattle. what's it mean to put your best foot forward?
Means a lot. We as soon as we got on that bus, we put that game and that series behind us. We fully were present in today and the moment that we had out there. Nobody's dwelling on the past, especially in a game where you play 162. You can't worry about a 3-game skid. You got to go out there and put your best foot forward the next day and see what happens, and that's what we did today.
You feel like you are these guys through however many starts it's been versus maybe the pitcher you were last year at this point?
I feel like we're really utilizing a lot more diversity in my attack plan. Even in days like today where I didn't necessarily have my best command of stuff, we stuck with it and we kept using it all. And we used the misses to set up other things. We didn't just abandon pitches because they didn't work the first or the second time we threw them. And we pitched off of the misses very well. And it's allowing me to have a sense of ease out there on the mound, knowing that I'm not pigeonholed into just throwing 1 or 2 different pitches in 1 or 2 different spots and allowing guys to really get comfortable in the box against me.
Did you know much about Quan when you came over here, about his arm, the way he played left field?
When the guy wins 3 straight Gold Gloves, the league takes notice. It's so fun watching him play left field, man. Especially in BP. Like, you watch some of these guys, and they're shagging. He's out there every day in BP, just working his tail off, taking every read like it's a game read. He's doing his dekes, like he's deking balls over his head off the wall and practicing how quick there's a reason why he's so freaking good, and it's amazing to watch him out there.
Gabby, can you just go through the confidence that you're having and being able to get at-bats the way you're getting them to be able to have the results show up the way they are?
Yo, ¿sabes? Lo voy a decir la verdad, había estado un poco frustrado, ¿sabes? Por los resultados que había estado teniendo, porque yo siento que yo trabajo duro para haber tenido esos, ¿sabes? Los resultados que tuve. Y nada, el día de hoy, después que yo me ponché las 2 veces, yo dije, ¿sabes? El siguiente turno yo voy a salir del eslón con un jonrón. Y así fue, gracias a Dios.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little frustrating when you don't get the results you want, because I'm aware that I put the work in every day to try to get those results. So after the second strikeout today, I just, for some reason, I sit down and told myself, I'm going to get a homer to get out of the slump. And luckily I was able to get it, but it's just out of the product of all the work that we do every day.
How good does it feel to be able to hit the one to right center in the next step back? Hit the one almost out the left.
El del Ray me sorprendió que se fue porque obviamente el estadio lo grande que es, pero yo sabía que le di, esa bola tenía un golpe y especialmente ese realmente para donde yo le doy duro y mira la diferencia, después la otra le doy duro y no se va, la parte mía y, ¿sabes? No, yo seguí fajado, seguí luchando, ¿sabes? Trabajando.
I mean, that's baseball for you. Like the first one, I didn't think I hit it that well, and it was like the deeper side of the ballpark, and I ended up leaving. And the other one, which is kind of like more on my natural side, I hit it hard and then didn't leave the ballpark. But that's baseball for you. I think you can struggle, but you just keep grinding every at bat.
I don't know if anyone asked you this, but what allows you to drive the ball to right center field? It seems like you're standing deep in the box.
No, yo creo que ha sido la parte donde yo siempre le he dado más duro. Sin embargo, en mi carrera la bola que yo le he dado más duro fue 117 y fue hacia la banda contraria en Colombo. Yo recuerdo exactamente, eso es algo que no se me olvida. Y nada, yo creo que eso es natural. Yo creo que eso es natural. Desde chiquito siempre mi fortaleza fue para allá y lo que pasa es que a veces uno se pone medio loco.
I mean, since I was a kid, I feel it's always been natural hitting the opposite side since I was a kid. So I remember clearly one at bat, for example, in Columbus, 1 ball, 117 off the bat. It was always the right field. So I don't know, it's just natural. Sometimes, I don't know, I get a little crazy, start creating new stuff, and I don't know why it happens, but my natural side is always hitting hard to right field.
How much does it help you just to get everyday at bats and get shortstop and not worry about all the other positions?
No, eso ayuda demasiado, especialmente en la confianza que uno se da a uno mismo. Sabes, yo tuve unos 2 años, los 2 primeros años míos aquí en Grandes Ligas difícil. Yo tengo que aceptar que fueron difíciles, pero es porque, sabes, es muy diferente cuando uno no importa cómo le vaya el día de hoy, el día siguiente uno sabe que va a jugar. Eh, los dos primeros años eran al revés, ¿sabes? Yo tenía que salir, mi mentalidad, ¿sabes? No agarrar buenos turnos, sino que yo quería resultados de una vez y a veces yo tenía 5, 10, 15 juegos sin jugar y era difícil.
It's huge. It's a big difference when you're able to play with that confidence. You know, you have the confidence on yourself, but knowing that you're going to play that way, you give you that extra confidence. I can't deny it. The last 2 years, there was a little struggle knowing that there was that certainty where I'm going to play and how much I'm going to be playing. So whether you want it or not, you go out there and try to not only get good at beats, but also try to get results. So you get that idea that you're going to play. So it's a much different experience this year when I know that I can put focus on the process and not so much the results, and somehow it has shown up so far.
No, bueno, yo me imagino que la gente le corre a él porque piensan que no tiene buen brazo, pero para mí él tiene buen brazo y no es el buen brazo que tenga, sino cómo la lanza la pelota. Siempre, cada vez que alguien le corre, él lanza la bola ahí. Mira, sí, eso fue lo que yo le dije a Josi en el último fly que lanzó hacia home. Josi me dijo, wow, tuvimos mucha suerte. Y yo le dije, no, pero a lo mejor el corredor hubiera ido y la hubiera lanzado ahí encima del home. Y Juan es muy bueno eso.
I feel a lot of people don't talk enough about his arm, but for me especially, I mean, he has a good arm, but for me it's how accurate he is. It's impressive how accurate he is and how consistent he is able to put the ball wherever he needs to put the ball. And I was telling that to Jose mid-game that, you know, maybe if the runner had tried to attack in that play, maybe we have scored, and Arias said, like, not really, because I feel like wherever he goes, he's going to be able to make a good throw and would have been out. So I feel not necessarily his arm, but how accurate he is in every situation of the game.
Were you safe?
Fue out.